we have got a couple of massive icon SBCs leaked. Yes, not one, we've got two massive ones. We have the full Team of the Year icon team leaked already, and I know I've said this a lot recently. If you watch my videos on a daily basis, thank you, by the way. You are the best. What the hell was FC Versus? I'm sorry, this promo was hot ass. Like, it just doesn't get better. It just gets debatably worse as time goes on. This was beyond filler, okay? And listen, I know I sound ungrateful because I'm complaining a lot. There's obviously still stuff to do in this game still, but wow. I don't know what they were thinking with this promo, okay? I have no idea what they were thinking with this. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. 85 plus double came out, and the 82 plus upgrade, which is just a single gold rare player rated 82 plus. I think it's 8 golds, 7 golds maybe, 7 golds and 4 rare players. Okay, you know, yeah, it is painfully average. Now, also, we did not get the Icon Evo today. We just didn't get it. It was said to come today or yesterday when you're seeing this, and today when you're watching this, we could get it. I don't know, but it didn't come out today. The person who leaked it is like super duper reliable, so it just didn't come out. Of course, you know, it's always at EA's mercy, but I do want to say, I did manage to go 20-0 this week. You'll see it in the video I upload later where I play the 20th game live, but it's basically a custom tactics video. So if you're interested in the custom tactics, for the team I was using, I sold a couple players, so obviously that was Hansen and Raul there if you saw the squad yesterday, but we'll upload the custom tactics later tonight. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Not only do we have one Brazilian icon SBC leaked, we have 2 Brazilians leaked. We've got Cafu and Zico on the way, which I am super excited about. And this is awesome. I mean, Cafu is sick in this game. If you've gone up against Cafu, if you've used Cafu, then you know he's insane in this game. And Zico, I've not used myself, but if you've used Zico, let me know if you think he's great. I mean, he's in a lot of the really top-end FUT Champs games that I play against. And I haven't noticed him being too crazy, but of course, that could just be circumstantial. I mean, let me know. I'm sure he's amazing. But there's no doubt in my mind here, these two would cause high-rated fodder to rise on a normal time. Will they actually? We'll talk about that in the market section. It's kind of complicated. So now let's check out the full Team of the Year icons. We've got them all leaked. I think we've seen the majority of them, but here they are again if you want to look. I mean, this team is ridiculous. They all will have 2 playstyle pluses, which means you won't afford almost any of them. Who will be less than 1 million coins here? Who do you think? I've got SCN will probably be cheaper, but depends on what his 2 playstyle pluses are. Petr Cech, sure. But outside of that, Philip Lahm, maybe, Xavi probably. And that's it. I mean, R9, Mia Hamm, George Best, Sawa, Mateus, Vieira, Rio, if he has 2 good playstyle pluses. These guys, Franck Ribéry, all could be above 1 million coins plus, which means you will not pack any of them, okay? Don't get your hopes up, but I am expecting a shit ton of content and good content for Team of the Year because fuck knows we ain't getting it now. And guys, FUT Zone, by the way, leaked the first women's Team of the Year, and it's the most obvious one you possibly could imagine. It's Aitana Bonmati, so we still have no idea if these leaks are legit or not. And the second one he leaked was Sam Kerr, and that's been it. So he's got Bonmati and Kerr, who are the 2 absolute guarantees to be in the team. He hasn't leaked anybody else. So make of that what you will. I'm just telling you this in case this is legit to get you some heads up. I give it about 50-50 that this is actually a legit leak. Also, an interesting tweet from Rick here. He says, it's been 5 days since I leaked the Icon Evo. This is the longest EA have taken to release any of my Evo leaks. The longer this goes on, the more I think this could be the first time they change my requirements or just not release it at all. And Rick, ever since he started leaking his Evos, has been correct every time. He's like 8 out of 8 on correct Evos that come out within a day or two. This one was 5 days ago. So there is a small chance that they just scrapped it. Of course, it could literally be out when you're seeing this video today. Like, it could come out today. So just be aware that there is a small chance that they just said, fuck it, it got, you know, leaked too early. And also, guys, there was the tiniest, the smallest of chances that Mbappe got a 3rd player of the month in a row. I think Aubameyang had the same amount of goal contributions as Mbappe did over the month of December, and Aubameyang did win the player of the month. So no worries, no 3rd Mbappe, okay? Instead, we're gonna get sweaty Aubameyang. But yes, crisis averted, no 3rd player of the month Mbappe. Also, guys, I want to briefly mention, you know, I saw this concept for a Team of the Year evolution, which would just be incredible. Ignore the stats because the stats, those are just too juiced for what is like realistic here. But the market this year could be entirely different during Team of the Year because of evolutions. If we get a Team of the Year evolution, that could cause a giant crash. Even if it's paid, even if it's like 300, 400K, which would just be stupid, but it would still cause a crash legit. legit. We've talked in the channel that the market tends to rise up a lot after the first couple days of Team of the Year, but evolutions are a whole other new thing about the game this year that you just can't really predict. So not to plug the channel, but if you keep up to date with the leaks and stuff, the second we see a Team of the Year Evo leak, I'm legit gonna sell all of my attackers immediately, even if it's paid. I know it sounds crazy to just panic sell all your shit, but honestly, I will be shitting bricks if that gets leaked. So either check Twitter to keep up to date with things, or you can do something really easy like watch me. Yes, I know that is shameless. Then also Rick tweeted, the fact we have lightning rounds at 6 a.m. It's GG's next week. Yeah, there's lightning rounds going on like all day today. I don't know why. I mean, for what reason? Who is opening them? I don't know. But if there's lightning rounds for this shite, then you can imagine when there's Team of the Year trillion coin players in packs that there's going to be 17 different store packs that you can open. And also, guys, I know we're in the middle of the leak section basically, but I also want to mention that I didn't mention before, the FC versus players actually leave packs in 15 hours. So the next day when you're seeing this video, the FC versus players are gone, which basically confirms Team of the Year warm-up is going to be a thing. There's like no other reason why that would be a thing. So it's nice to see Team of the Year warm-up or something like it will probably, it's like 99.9% chance to be a thing, right? If you've already bought 83s or 1.2, I guarantee you every trading Discord out there is saying stock up on these fucks. They're going to go up. They've already gone up right now. 84s you could even buy. I still think you could do them now, honestly. 82s to 84s, still you could buy them. And I'm good all the way till 86s. I think that there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to be a good buy if they release any kind of SBCs. And Team of the Weeks too could be. You look down here and they're about 30,000 coins. They've been way higher in the past, obviously. If we get some crazy packs for Team of the Year warm-up, they could easily rise too. I think I'm a lot more optimistic on the just regular fodder, but Team of the Weeks could rise too. And if we go back to high-end stuff for Zico and Cafu, it's very interesting because if you go to high-end fodder right now, 89s are actually down a little bit. 88s are starting to go back up a little bit, back up to their usual price. You go higher than that, you go 90s are like high as hell, and 91s are too. They just kind of stay high. With both those guys coming, 88s and 89s could be a buy, but the problem is they might not come out all the way till maybe even next Friday, or this Friday, sorry, say with the Team of the Year release, right? And I don't want to be in on fodder on Friday. You want to be in on it now and sell it by Friday. At least that's what I'm thinking, depending on some leaks, right? So I think it could definitely be profitable. I think just the most profitable thing right now is going to be lower rated stuff. So we talked about that already. Let me remind you guys that the reason EA drop a lot of SBCs before Team of the Year is to get you to put fodder in before Team of the Year. So the only reason we're getting Zico and Cafu is so you dump all your high rated stuff into them, and then EA will give us a ton of great SBCs during Team of the Year. We almost always see a flashback of some kind. I just saw this, like Bruno and Modric, right? I'm sure we're going to get a Team of the Year flashback of some kind that's going to be insanely meta, and everybody's going to want to do him. So be aware that this entire week is all just so EA can try and drain you of stuff in your club. Gold cards, any fodder at all. So just reminding you all of that. Now let's begin with some comments here. We got Elliot, who says, how does Van Dijk get Team of the Year, but not Saliba? Saliba has been better in every way through all of 2023. And whether you actually agree with this take or not, really the only thing that people are going to vote on is just FIFA and how good those cards will be in FIFA, okay? And don't get too pressed about who's going to be in Team of the Year, who's not, do they deserve it or not. Like, the most deserving team almost never makes it as the whole Team of the Year, so don't like waste your energy on like getting super pissed about somebody being in Team of the Year and somebody not. At the end of the day, EA will just put in whoever the hell they want to. Like, the voting might just be chalked, and they're just going to put in anybody they want to, so it's not really worth just getting all worked up about. The real life one makes more sense because accolades obviously matter in real life, right? But in FIFA, it's not really worth your time, in my opinion. At Rayun Senju says, hugs from Brazil. Well, hugs from Murica. Any tips for new content creators? I'm doing pack openings and shorts right now. I've actually gotten like a few of these comments over the last week or so. I'd probably want to say 5 or 10. The number one thing I would say here, my first tip that anybody asks usually is just consistency, honestly. If you're going to give it a go, give it your all. Like, give it all you got. And not to act like I've got everything figured out, obviously, but consistency is super important that I have found so far. And also, you need to be prepared that no one's going to watch you right away. To go from nothing to something is just insanely hard. Those first 500 subs are going to be the hardest to get. The first 100 eyes on your channel will be the hardest to get. So you gotta think about that. And also, you have to be prepared that you could go weeks to months with just nobody watching your stuff, and that can be extremely debilitating. And luckily, I didn't really go through much of that phase. Some YouTubers go through that phase for literally years before before people really get eyes on them. So I'd say that's kind of like my number one tip is mainly just consistency in what you do. And also secondly, be prepared for the mental fortitude that it's probably going to take. When you take a lot of time to make a video and nobody watches it, because that's just the way it goes. You know, it's just the way it works. At Josh with a VeggieTales profile pic, do you put water in your toothbrush and toothpaste before you brush? I do. Honestly, is that weird? Is that like a thing that like psychopaths do? Because if that's the case, then I might need to get checked out. But I put water on it. Do you do that? Does anybody else do that? And lastly, the comments about Hullet yesterday, I had like 95% of people tell me that Hullet is Himothy. I mean, that guy apparently is insane. Every time I play against him, he's insane. Paul says he'd smash him. I'd probably smash him too. But yeah, he's definitely getting crafted during Team of the Year. The live stream, once again, I advertise it like every day, so it's probably really annoying, but probably about a week away for the full Team of the Year. Super excited for that. Live on YouTube and Twitch. I love you all. See you next video very soon. Peace.